What's up, guys? Welcome back to another KCS Quick Tips video. Today we're going to be learning about Weebly and how to use it and how to make your own online portfolio. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is actually find Weebly. Just by typing Weebly, it's a pretty well-known website, so it should be coming up as the first one. So once you find it in Google, you're going to want to sign up or log in. If you already have an account, you can log in. But assuming you don't have an account, we'll just do it like this. Now, this is the screen that you'll be welcome to. The first thing you want to do is figure out how you want to log into your website. You can either use your Google account. Now, if you're already logged in, I recommend you clicking on this and continuing with Google. This is way easier because it kind of just links everything together and you don't really have to, well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with this, but if you want it a little bit more automatic and more linked in, you can just sign in with Google. So once you sign up, you'll be greeted with this page right here. And this page basically, yours obviously won't have this. This is my name and all my Weebly website stuff. But your website won't, you're obviously not going to have this. So this is kind of your home page, your website management page. It's pretty simple. The only things that you're going to be really looking at is your analytics right here for how many people look at your website, etc., etc. And this drop-down menu. Now this drop-down menu, you'll have an add site button. And right here, you'll have an edit site button. So for our example, we're going to go and add a site. Do you want to sell online? Now, depending on what you want to do with your website, sure, if you're selling things, you can click on yes. But we're making an online portfolio that will require no selling things. So we'll just click on no. Now here is where you can select a theme. This is a pretty good thing about pre-built websites, is that you have a plethora of themes and templates that you can choose from. It's there's a lot, so there's a lot of options. For now, let's just mess around with this one. I like this the most. So just by left clicking on it, we have the theme preview. Now this is not the actual place where you're going to build the website. This is just the preview, just to get a hang and look at how it's already made. This seems pretty nice, so we'll start editing. So just click this blue button up here and you can see it's creating the website. Alright, so right off the bat, you'll be greeted with a select your domain name. Now, a domain name is something that you type up here in your Google URL bar to search, pretty much. So a domain name, google.com. Google.com is a domain name. So for us, we're going to do our first name and last name .weebly.com. So let's just do billysmith.weebly.com. So there we go. Put your first name and last name. This is the easiest, just to have a cleaner look. And hopefully it'll be available. No, and so right here, once you click on search, it'll search for accounts that are already available or not available. So right down here is the free subdomain, and it's unavailable. So if your name is actually Billy Smith, I recommend you just type in KCS at the end. There we go. And this one is available. So we'll just do Billy Smith KCS.weebly.com for this example. Alright, subdomain setup complete. Everything is done. We can click on done, and here is the home page. Now this page, you can see it's already filled out and it already has a background, a theme, everything. So we want to personalize it for ourselves. Before we start personalizing it, let's get familiar with this sidebar. This is part of the build page. So right here you can have build, pages, theme, store. If you're selling things, you'd click on store, apps, settings, and help. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at build. Build basically just gives you the structures, the structure blocks. So you can click on title. If you want to add a title to a page, you can click on title, hold it, and drag it in. Drag it in, and you'll see very faintly right here, you'll see a blue line right here. If you put it somewhere else, you'll always have that blue line. So right here on the side, you can see the blue line. Right up here, you can see the blue line. Down here, you'll see the blue line. So for now, we'll just place it right here. And you can see that you can type whatever you want to type and have it like a title. But this theme already has a title, so we'll just use this. Alright, there we go. That was just the animation. So we can just do Billy Smith. This is going to be our name. And we can write a simple description of ourselves. So, I like to eat a lot of food. I love bacon. That's going to be our description for Billy Smith. You can obviously write whatever you want to write. You don't have to love bacon. But for us, we're going to love bacon. Alright, so we've got Billy Smith here. We got a description for the home page. Remember, we're doing home page right now. And we also have this button. Now, you can choose here. Let's skip the button for now, and we'll come back to it later. So let's just keep getting familiarized with this sidebar. So you can see we have title, we have text, and this text is going to be the same as this kind of box. The difference between a title box and a text box is simply the font size and the font itself. So those are the main differentiators. Image, you can also add an image by just clicking, dragging under where you want to put it, and click. Search, you can search for an image. Food. Free photos, so there's professional photos that you can actually buy, but obviously this is just for a high school portfolio, so you don't really have to buy anything. So this looks delicious actually. And you just click on it, it'll upload just like that. So as you can see, potatoes and some chicken, always tasty. Now gallery is kind of the same thing. You can just drag it to wherever you want it, and you can see right here we kind of messed up the website. Right here is a divider and a spacer. Now in order to make this gallery flush and actually like have it look nice, we can remove the divider and we can remove the spacer. Now in order to remove specific parts, you can just hover over it, just like we're doing right now, and then click on delete. Really simple. So for us, hover over it, delete, and then delete like that. Now it's loading, it's refreshing the page, and you can see that we have upload images, but at the same time we have this one line dividing it. And when we do insert an image here, that'll just like cut in half on the image. So what we can do is, oh well, it's gone. So yeah, never mind. So I guess if it's in the way, just click on it and it'll be gone. That's just part of building a website, just messing around, touching things, and figuring out what stuff does. Anyway, let's continue on with the sidebar. Slideshows, you can insert slideshow pictures, and these are the custom styles. Something pretty self-explanatory also. Map, you can insert a map. For example, if you have a business, you can insert, and there you go. You can add the address of your business. Or for KCS, if you'd like to, I don't know why you'd do this. I did it on my website, but if you'd like to put where Kihei Charter is, you can do that also. It's all public information, so that's fine. But for now, we're just going to delete it. And we are also going to delete that gallery, or that slideshow that we made. Actually, never mind, we didn't make it. We're going to delete the gallery. Alright, so now that the website refreshed, I'm looking at it, and it doesn't look that nice. So what we're going to do is click on Spacer, and we're going to move this image a little bit more to the left. So we'll click on the spacer, drag it to where we want it. Now we can drag it up here to create a top spacer, but that won't fit our needs right now. What we can do is put it right here on the side. And that'll make a pretty decent space on the side. And we can increase the space right here so that nothing goes on the side and it's kind of flush. So Billy Smith, I like to eat a lot of food. I love bacon. Here's a picture. You always want to have pictures and images in your website, or else it'll kind of look boring and stale, and your audience, the person looking at your website is just going to think that you rushed it. So here's the button. Let's look at the button. The button can be programmed pretty much to go to anywhere in your website, or you can also program it to go to an external link. So, hold on. Let's go back so I can show you. Once you click on the button, it'll tell you button text, button style, position of the button. You can click it and mess around with it wherever you want it, but we're going to keep it at the default spot. Link and spacing. So, for link, we're going to want to put it, let's see, I like to eat bacon. Let's create an about me page. So we're gonna link it to an about page, and there's one already set up, so we don't have to really worry about making one, but we're gonna end up making one later anyways in the video. So if you want to learn that, just keep watching. Anyways, so we've linked it already to my about page, so when someone clicks on it, it goes to the about page. But right now it just says view tours, and that's nothing related to our portfolio. So we're gonna do learn more about me, and let's see how that looks. That looks pretty decent. So now when someone clicks it, it'll go straight to the about page, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna show you how to make a pretty decent about page in the next video. Alright, so back at the home, we've got this animation, and the page refreshed, and it did that little appear animation. Alright, so with the home page, right here, this is just another part of the template. It says high peak. Now we can change that by just just clicking on it. Click on it, and you'll see that little line blinking. That means you can type Billy Smith, and there we go. Now this logo area, you can also change it to a logo, but we're gonna leave it at text. Now this on the actual website will just lead to home. So if you're at the about page and you click on this, it'll bring you back to the home page. Right now, we can't really do that because we are in builder mode. So, yeah, we're in builder mode. We can't really click on things without having to edit them. Alright, so now we have a home page with our logo text here, our description, our image, and our button to go to the about page. Now, you can either cut it off right here and just leave this as your home page, or you can continue it on just like we did in just like this template did. You can continue it on into a new section. Now there's a lot of websites like Apple that just have one big page pretty much, like just like this website template. They have the home page looks just like this, and I kind of like it, but some people might want a more clicky website. I don't recommend having a very clicky website, or else your audience and the user looking at your website might get confused and might get bored. I believe that it's a good way to create a portfolio with something long and scrolly, but not too long and scrolly also, or else you're gonna confuse the user. So you want to remember, keep a lot of images, icons, and visuals in your website, just like this template does right here. Kayaking, instead of just having kayaking, they also added an image. This is really good to keep your users' attention span up, and also it's good to make your website as nice as possible and kind of be creative with it. But I can show you my website, and I'll show you what I have put in. It's not completely done, but it's kind of a good start, right? So here is the first page. Hi, my name is Sean Wynn, a student at KCSQ Charter. That's who I am. And down here is a little bit about myself. Now, I'm a pretty boring person, so this is what I like to do, and that's my little description, right? Now, if I were you, I'd click a button right here, and if I was a very interesting person, I'd have a button right here that says learn more about me. I'm not very interesting, and I don't have anything else to say, sadly, but yeah. So here's some pictures and art for my portfolio. This is kind of just a filler space. These pictures are not professional at all. They're all for Instagram. So if you have a lot of nice Instagram pictures, I know a lot of people do, just put them in here. Just have some visuals. And you can see these are not even professional. But if you have nice pictures, you and your friends at the beach, yada, 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 that's me. I'm not a model, but I am a model in this. And yeah, so remember, make sure that you have visuals and pictures, or else it'll kind of get boring. So for me, I like my 21st century skills, and I usually forget them all. Being in KCSQ Charter for such a long time, still don't know them all off the top of my head, but these are the 21st century skills, and I put them on my website because I always forget them and I don't remember where to get them. So might as well find them one time and put it on the website and always have them. That's it. The 21st century skills page. For me, I like it. You can add this too if you always forget where to get your 21st century skills. Feel free just to yoink stuff off my website if you want to. Here is my senior project website. And this is my senior project, making videos and stuff like that. And once you get to become a senior, you'll do all of this fun stuff, so no need to rush. Right here is also a button that I set up to bring me to the blog, and here is also my blog. Now, you can see right here that my button sent me to just one blog. But I have way more blogs than this. And you can see that I have more blogs by hovering over and clicking blog. So basically, what the problem is that the button right here sends me to my first blog and not my other blogs. So what we can do to fix that, is go to our editor, right? And right now, we're just going to skip Billy. That'll be saved. It's not published yet, and I'll show you how to publish it. So we'll go to my website right here. Click on Edit, Edit Site, and it'll bring us to the editor. Now, we'll wait for it to load. Depending on your internet speed, it'll be different. For me, my internet speed is kind of bad. So, okay. Senior project, we'll click on that. and we'll see the button right here. So let's check out the problem here. If we click on the button, we can instantly see that it links just to one singular blog. And right here, I kind of messed up. Instead of putting it on website, I put it in blog post. So what we'll do is navigate to our standard pages. Now the difference between a website URL and a standard page is that the website URL can be something external, and the standard page URL is something that is already on this website, the Weebly website. So we'll click on standard page, and we will find the Senior Project blog. There we go, and now it's all linked up. So in order to save things, you want to click on publish. Now always remember to publish, even if you are clicking off or anything like that, you're done customizing your website. Make sure to click publish, because this is your save button. It's not like any Google applications that automatically save. You have to publish it. Alright, so now that we published it, it should have updated right here in my other window. Now this window is just my regular website, nothing special. There we go. Perfect. Now the button, instead of going to blog 1, it goes to all of the blogs, to my blog page. So that's how you link things with the button. You're going to have a blog for your senior project. So we're going to learn about that right now, and how to create blog posts, etc., etc. So the first thing you want to do is create a blog page. Now what we're going to go back to Billy Smith website. Let's go back to the Billy Smith website, and we're going to create a blog page. And we're also going to delete the other template pages that we don't want to use. So for now, we'll just do it simple. So for now, we're just going to do it simple. We're going to have a home page, an about page, and a blog page. These three things should kind of teach you and guide you to what your website should look like, and it'll also teach you how to make your own web pages. So for now, services, we can delete those. And I got to this area right here by clicking on pages. So once you click on it, you can highlight them, highlight over it, click on it, and you can delete it. So services, delete it. And let's wait for it to load. Boom. Services deleted. News, do we have any news? This is actually a blog page, but we don't have any news. And we'll make a blog page on our own. So that's no problem. Alright, homepage, about page, contact. You can put your contact information on your about page. You can see right here how it's all laid out. You can kind of copy that, but I recommend you just deleting this contact page and just putting your contact information on your about page. In order to create a blog, you want to click on this plus button up here under pages, click on blog page, and there we go. We can set any name on their page, so let's just do it senior blog right there, and we can change the website type. Now this is the header type, right here. You can change them. This is header, and this is no header. So one tip that I have for you guys is to either choose between header or no header, and if you're going to choose between them, make sure to always be consistent with your website. There's nothing worse than having an ugly website that has header and then another page that has no header, and it kind of makes it not as consistent. So consistency is very good on a website, and having graphically pleasing pages is also very good. So right here, senior blog page. And there we go. That's going to be your senior blog page. You can also change how big this header is. If you want it the whole page, you can do that. So then someone needs to scroll down like that to see your blogs. Or you can just have it right here. Or you can just resize it to the top like this and have it smaller. We're going to do it like that. We're going to leave it as a smaller header. And yeah. So right here is some more advanced stuff. Whether you want this website to be public or not, it's your choice. If you have confidential stuff, or I don't know what you would put on your website that would be private, but you can set a password, you can set members or groups, you can also add members to your website for editors or whatever. I've never used an editor or anything like that, so I doubt you'll have to use it also, but I'm just saying that's where you'll find it. So new page, done. Now you have it right here. You can change the order of your pages by clicking and dragging them upwards. So that's done, and we have it right here. You can see, actually you can't really see because it's white. Let's go to the home page real quick. There we go. So right here you can see the home, senior blog, and about. We can change that around just by clicking senior blog or whatever you want to change around, and you can see how it kind of changed. Now the about is before senior blog. You can also create subpages. You can click on pages and you can kind of move them. So if you move them to the right, you can see how it's kind of snapping. You can snap it like that, and you can see, hold on, no, you can't see because it's too white. You can see right here that the about page is gone. So once you hover over senior blog, you can click on about. So now that we have our header, we can add some stuff to the blog. In order to add things to the blog, it's pretty simple. You can just click on new post right here, and it'll pop something like this. You can type in blog 1, number 1. You can type in a subject. If I can type. There we go, and subject. You don't have to type subject, or you don't have to do exactly like I did right here. Be creative with it. It's your website, so yeah, be creative with it. Once you create a blog, right? So now that we have this, we have to drag an element. That's what the website calls these blocks. So we can choose to have another title. We can choose to have images, text, slideshows, all that fun stuff. For now, we're just going to do a simple blog with text. We're going to type blah, 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 blah. And obviously, that's going to be a paragraph, right? It's going to be lots of paragraphs of blah, blah, blah. And we want to also add an image. So another pro tip is to always add images to your blogs. Not only is it good for just the website look in itself, but it also gives you more credit and it gives you more accountability for your projects. So if you're going to do a blog or if you're going to do a web page, don't just write about it, also show it. It's really important. So there we go. We can have an image right here, and we can also have comments. You can set up no comments, or you can set up comments using the page. Hold on a second. I'll show you how to set up the comments in a second. Before that, we have to save the blog. So in order to save, just right up here, you can click on save, right? But you'll see that it's not there. Where's your blog? Down here, you'll have drafts. If you make a blog and you don't save it, and you just draft it for a later date so you can revise it or whatever, it'll always be there in drafting as long as you save it. But we want to post this, so we'll click on post, and we'll click on close. That little image box, text box, just told us that we need to publish our website, and we're going to publish our website soon enough. So right here, depending on what you want to do with your website, you can become the author. You can write about yourself on this side, right? Billy Smith. And then write something about yourself. The template already tells you what you could do. You have your archives. So if you have things that you wrote last month, right? You have a pretty in-depth blog. If you have this in-depth blog, you wrote it last month, it'll be under archives. So I recommend you keeping an archives page also here. Categories, depending on what you're doing, I don't use categories, so I just can click delete just to simplify this page. I don't want a lot of clutter here. And an RSS feed. Now, RSS feed is pretty ancient technology for notifications. I don't use it. I doubt you're going to use it. So, yeah, take that with a grain of salt. You can just click on it and delete it just to reduce clutter. So, we got our blog page. We get our first blog. But I don't like having Facebook and Twitter here. Or I don't like anyone commenting on my stuff. So in general, you can see website address. This is your domain. You can change it. But if you change it, it'll cost money. You can change your website title. Billy Smith is going to be my name, whatever. That's fine. You can change the category of your website. You don't really have to do this. You can also just change it to portfolio. SSL. This is kind of just a security thing. So always have that enabled. Favecon, I have no clue what that is. Pretty sure that's just for advertisement for Weebly. The reason why Weebly websites are free is because they have kind of advertisement. So it'll say Weebly and it'll have ads at the bottom of your page. For example, right here, it'll have ads sometimes at the bottom of your page that says created with Weebly. Usually it's in the front page. Maybe it's, yeah, there we go. Powered with Weebly. That's, that's the only thing that happens with free websites is just that little advertisement. So it's not that big of a deal. I don't want to start rambling. Site password. You can add a password to your website if you want to edit stuff and you don't want to publish it right away and you don't want anyone to see what you're doing on your website until it's finished. You can add a password right here. Navigation, you can have a more. You just leave this checked. It's fine. Archive, same thing that we spoke about before. Your site formatting, yada yada yada. You can fill that up if you want. Cookie notifications. Now in the EU, it's mandatory to have a cookie notification, just by privacy law and all that stuff. So just don't touch this, whatever. If you want to do a custom thing, you can do that, but I don't recommend it. It's not that big of a deal. SEO, this is more advanced stuff to change your SEO, which is your search engine. O, what does O mean? I don't remember what O means. But it's pretty much when you go to Google and you type it in, you can set up your keywords. Yeah, so you can set up your keywords and make it so your website is higher up on the list if you look up your name or if you look up your website. That's pretty simple, but also advanced. Editors, you can set up your editors like this. You have a friend that you're working on a project together, you created a website together, you can add them as an editor here. Members, if you create a membership, I'm not sure if it costs money or not to create like a members and stuff. I haven't used this, but it's kind of interesting. If you want to mess around with it, don't be afraid to click around and to explore, because it's not going to break or blow up or anything like that. Applications, you can add other applications to your Weebly. And blog, you can here, this is where we want to do it. That's the main point of this was to go to our blog and remove the Facebook, Twitter, and the comment section. So right here under blog, senior blog, it'll say also. Post per page, you can customize that. You can look through all of these, hover through the question marks if you don't know what they mean. And comments, there you go, comments. Commenting system, these are the different systems. You can have it linked through Facebook, so if someone with a Facebook account wants to say something, they can do it with their Facebook account. I don't use this. Disquiz is another website, kind of like for comments and stuff like that. I don't use that either. So just keep it on default, but if you do want to use those two websites, you can. Commenting default, you can have it open, close, or require approval. Now, the difference between all of these is open, anyone can comment. Closed, no one can comment. And require approval, it'll send it to a page right here in your settings, and it'll You'll have to read through it, look at it. If it's something that you want on your web page, you can go ahead and add it or approve it. If you don't like it, you can just dismiss it and ignore it. I'm just going to do closed. Auto close comments, never. After 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days. We don't have to worry about that because our comments are closed. But if you do have like if you want a website that is kind of always updated, you can have it after 30 days. If someone types something right now and then 30 days pass, those messages will be automatically deleted. So to kind of clean up the website for you. You'll have spam protection. This is just one of those little check boxes that says I am not a robot. You click on it and you click the check mark box. It'll verify and you're good. Spam protection, if you're gonna have comments enabled, go ahead and put spam protection. Spam moderation, you can have like censored words and whatnot in your spam moderation. Notify me of new comments. You can also set that up with your email and Gmail. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we got the comments, we closed that, but the Facebook and Twitter up here, post share options, we can customize those. Facebook, Twitter, we don't want any of them, so we'll just click on this to turn them completely off, and we're done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We can click on publish to save our changes. And there we go. Oh, uh-oh. Where is it? Hold on, let's refresh. Let's see if it's off. Refreshing the page will just make sure that everything got saved. So senior blog. It's interesting. It's still there. Comments. So let's see if any of that stuff that we did actually saved. We can go back to settings, blog. Boom, it didn't save. Nothing saved for some reason. So we'll just do that. Publish again. Oh, do you guys catch that? Do you see what I did wrong? I actually, when you do change things in the settings, you want to click on the save button down here. Always click on the save button. Closed, save. Now let's check on our page. Boom, there it is. No comments, no Facebook page, no nothing. Yeah, let's do an about page. If you're a very interesting person, this is a good way to create an about page. It's already set up for you. So, hi, my name is Billy. Alright, so my name is Billy. You can do a headline, you can do whatever, be creative with it, and you can make this text your own. Right here, obviously, it'll tell you what you can do, and it'll also give you some tips for just website design. In this template, you already have some images already set up. You can change them by clicking on them and clicking on replace image. And you can add whatever from your computer right here, or from your search, or from an image URL. And you can change it like that. That's pretty simple and self-explanatory. That's pretty much it. If you use a template, it's really, really easy to get started with creating a website. I recommend you to keep looking through these right here so you can add more stuff to your website, make it look nicer. And in the next video, let's see. In the next video, what can we do? We can create a bunch, a main page and sub pages for that. And I'll teach you how to stay organized and make things visually pleasing. So that's what we'll do in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this KCS quick tip. It was not very quick. It's kind of a longer video, but that's all right. Next video is coming out soon about what we just talked about, organizing your stuff. And that's pretty much it. Have a good day, and we'll see you later.